Come and spend the first night and full day with me and my eldest son as we head to Edinburgh for the Fringe Festival. Now, actually, we didn't go for the Fringe Festival. I went to donate a school programme that I've written to support autistic children, but we wanted to make the very most of our opportunity and time together. Once I got over the utter stress and anxiety of flying, I don't think I will ever be a really contented flyer, let's be honest. We managed to get to Edinburgh Airport, where we got a taxi to our hotel. Super basic, but everything we needed. So we're at the Premier Inn on the M8 junction, M9 junction. Now, although the hotel itself doesn't look very much, it is absolutely dated, there's no question. The staff were outstanding. I can honestly say that I have never been so well treated anywhere we've ever stayed before. And the food in the hotel's restaurant was superb. Can't fault it at all. After a phenomenal night's sleep, my eldest son and I got ready to spend the day in Edinburgh. I had to donate my programme to the Royal Mile School in Edinburgh, but aside from that, we were fringing it, baby. We're just getting an Uber, aren't we, to the airport. So where we're staying is about 4 miles out from the airport, so I'm not walking that considering we're doing all round Edinburgh. And it's Fringe Festival, so once we've dropped our thing off at the school, we're going to be heading off just for exploring and seeing what's what and getting in on some comedy, right? He is enthusiastic, he just hates me on TikTok. It's at this point I want to say an enormous thanks to Josh, who completely organised this trip from start to finish, making sure that everything we needed to do we did, and in the most convenient and affordable way possible. Legend. I had to walk from the West End because there's been a fire and the tram doesn't go all the way to Princess Street, but we are now heading to Edinburgh Castle. Exciting. It would not have been right if our first stop hadn't have been the stunning Edinburgh Castle, sitting right up on Castle Rock. It honestly looks like something out of a movie, and outside of it there are all these traditional, fantastically beautiful tartan shops where you can see incredible handmade items. This shop was right next to the castle, and honestly there was tartan everywhere. Scarves, kilts, blankets, handbags, souvenirs. Honestly, you name it, they definitely had it in tartan. We spent a good little while having a look around, and it was lovely seeing all the different colours and patterns and learning a bit more about Scotland's famous tartan tradition. Honestly, I was genuinely tempted to buy my son a kilt at one point, but I thought that might be a step too far for him. I've got to be nice, he's looking after me on this trip. We also didn't know that apparently Scottish people have been putting cones on this statue for years, and it's become one of those funny things that's a little Edinburgh tradition, so that was very cool. Not to mention the beautiful bagpipe playing. This was literally on every street corner, you couldn't escape it, and it was the most incredible backdrop for what's already been an amazing trip. Then, somewhat unexpectedly, we came across Arthur's Sea, one of Edinburgh's most famous landmarks. It's an ancient volcano right in the middle of the city, and if you're feeling energetic, which I wasn't, you can walk to the top for some incredible views, but I'm afraid I wasn't up for that. It was nearly 30 degrees, and there's no way I could hike that far. Now on a hop-on, bus tour to make things easier for me. And honestly, for us, this was such a good way to see so much of Edinburgh when we were on a very tight time schedule. We wanted to take in all the sights, but we didn't have the opportunity to walk everywhere simply because we didn't have the time. So we did both the red route and the blue route over the next 2 days, which I'll show you. And we felt like we'd accomplished everything we wanted to while sitting on our bums and listening to the audio, giving historical fact. Scott's Monument is just breathtaking, and apparently you can climb up to the top of that and get a good view. There's something like 200 steps, but it can be a bit claustrophobic apparently. And although neither my son or I went into any of the shows specifically, we spent so long watching the entertainers. I haven't been to Edinburgh before, but let me tell you, Fringe brings this city alive. There's comedy, music, dancing, it's epic. Oh my god, I love it here so much. We grabbed a quick bite to eat in an amazing American-style pizzeria before doing some more sightseeing. There was so much sightseeing that we did on foot as well. There's something really special about just wandering around the streets of Edinburgh, taking in all the old buildings and obviously taking loads of photos. The views are stunning and every corner seems to have something interesting to look at. And during Fringe, there's always something going on. This guy was up on like a 6-foot unicycle and he was telling jokes all the time. It was just amazing. Now, even though by the end of today, I was truly exhausted and I ached everywhere, I had such a magical day and it was so nice to spend just some time with my eldest son, something I don't often get to do. We just got the tram back. We couldn't go to Princess Street because there's loads of roadworks, so we had to get off at West End. But yeah, we've trammed back. We're now back at the airport. Make sure you follow us and join for tomorrow's adventures back at Edinburgh Fringe. Woohoo!